Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Bobby Brannigan. I'm the Associate Director of International Admissions for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I'll go over with you today about the world of STEM programs, so science, technology, engineering, and math. I have some really cool videos for you to see about our two residential campuses here in the United States in Florida and Arizona. And then I'll go over Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University information on specific programs, admission requirements, a little bit about financial aid, some student life and activities, and then we'll have some Q&A at the end. So again, I thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope that you learn a lot. All right, so just a couple of things about Embry-Riddle. So we do have the #1 undergraduate aerospace engineering program in the entire United States. So out of 4,500 institutions, we have the #1 program. We're #2 in online bachelor degree programs. So we do have an online worldwide campus as well. We have bachelor degrees, master's degrees, doctorate degrees that are available, short-term programs too. 7 of our alumni are NASA astronauts, so which is pretty cool. If you were ever interested in space exploration, that's definitely something that you're able to do. So just letting you know really quick about the coronavirus situation. History has shown us how the world of aviation recovers from crisis. So as you can see, all these different types of crises that we've had: the oil crisis, Iraq-Iran war, the Gulf crisis, 9/11 terrorist attacks on New York City here in the United States, SARS, the Asian bird flu. So all of these different things have affected the economy and the industry. But as you can see, we have risen. So it's not a matter of if the traffic will recover, it's when. So there is definitely a good future in the world of aviation and the world of aerospace. Going over our campuses, so we do have 2 beautiful residential campuses. One of them is in Prescott, Arizona, and the other one is in Daytona Beach, Florida. As you can see, we have 547 faculty members. We have a lot of research opportunities as well. So I'm going to show you a quick video on the Daytona Beach campus. As soon as it can go, there we go.
We're up with the sun. On the flight line, on the quad, on the track, in the sky and in the surf. We are serious, intense, fearless. We work hard and we play harder. We are pioneers, travelers, adventurers, explorers. We build the box, we put the war in rockets. We tweak the code and we crack the apps. We plan it, we run it. If you can fly it, build it, or lead it, our alumni have done it. We built it, they came, and we're still growing from every state in more than 100 countries. We are the only, the best, the industry leaders, and we've only just begun. We're cranking our rankings to the next level. #1 in the conference. #1 in the classroom. We're making waves, competing on brand new planes. We're taking business, medicine, engineering, and flight into space. We teach it, we preach it, we help you reach it. Your dreams, your goals, extra focus, extra fast, extraordinary. Embry-Riddle.
So that's just a really cool quick video on Daytona Beach campus. So Daytona Beach is located about 10 miles away from, or 10 minutes away, excuse me, from the Atlantic Ocean. So we're really close to the beach. We're located minutes from the Daytona Beach International Airport, as well as the Daytona International Speedway. So if you're a NASCAR fan, that is something that we have available right next to our campus. So next I'm going to show you a quick video on the Prescott, Arizona campus. All right, so that's a really cool little video of Prescott. So Prescott is located in Arizona, which is on our west coast. They're located at the foothills of the Bradshaw Mountains. They're about 6 hours away from Las Vegas. They're really close to the Grand Canyon, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. They're also pretty close to San Diego or Los Angeles, so Hollywood. So that's about a day trip, I would say, that you could drive out there and come back. Otherwise, they do offer flights as well. So going over our online campus, this is, like I said, we're ranked the best online programs in 2020 for the bachelor degrees. So actually, let me see, sorry. There we go. So in terms of the programs that we have available at the online campus, these are some of the undergraduate programs and graduate programs. So anything from aeronautics, technical management, homeland security, and then you can move on to a graduate program as well. And these can be completely online. So you can do them over a week's time, and they're all 9-week programs. Otherwise, there are some hybrid. So you would be able to be kind of on one of our satellite campuses and be taking maybe one class there or one part of the class there, and then everything else would be online. We do have a small campus in Singapore as well. So we do offer part-time and full-time online degree programs. So if you're a professional, in the industry, we do have something for you in Singapore as well. So depending on where you want to go, we might have something for you. So we have things in applied sciences, aviation, business, engineering, safety, and security and intelligence, and then space. I'm so sorry. All right, so in terms of aviation, employment categories in support of air transportation are expected to grow. So kind of like that graph that I showed you guys before, Embry-Riddle does offer both fixed wing and rotary wing flight training options at both of our campuses. Aviation and business. So we are the nation's largest, oldest, and most comprehensive aeronautical program. With over 40,000 alums, Embry-Riddle can connect you to its network of leading corporate aviation companies as well. So in terms of the programs that we have available in these types of STEM fields, we have the Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Science, we have Air Traffic Management, Business Administration, Global Business. We do move on to the master's and doctorate level degree programs as well in those. And we do have a lot of accelerated master's programs. So you would be able to begin one of your bachelor degree programs and then move on to your master's program in your last year of your bachelor degree program. So it kind of shaves a year off of your total education by doing that. In terms of engineering and space, we are the nation's largest educator of aerospace engineers. So a new generation of space professionals is needed, and all aspects of the space industry undergo astronomical changes. So we are going to be introducing, space tourism, up on the space station. Commercial space companies grow and exploration continues in terms of SpaceX and NASA, and we are training those that are going to be part of that. These are some of the programs that we have in the engineering and space aspects. So aerospace engineering, astronomy, and astrophysics. We actually have the first and only space physics program in the entire United States. So that has to do with the way the body reacts in space. We have all different labs and facilities that help that. We have master's degrees and then doctorate programs. And then same thing, there are accelerated options for each one of those programs. In terms of safety, security, and intelligence, so we have the first and only College of Security and Intelligence in the entire United States. So what's really cool about this one is that that's located in our Prescott, Arizona campus as well. Scenario-based experiences are used in our Global Security and Intelligence Studies program to identify a variety of potential threats. So we actually have a hacker lab which teaches ethical hacking, and that's located in our Prescott, Arizona campus. These are some of the programs that we have. So bachelor's in aviation security, cyber intelligence and security. We have forensic biology, forensic psychology, homeland security. These are all programs that all international students are able to attend, and they're able to utilize either here in the United States or back in their home country. In terms of applied sciences, this is more for the ever-inquisitive minds, analytical thinkers, and problem solvers. So we offer applied research degree programs to challenge and excite. So these are deeply rooted in research. While some areas may be focused on aviation and aerospace, the fundamentals can really be applied to other industries as well. And these are some of the programs that we have at Embry-Riddle in terms of applied sciences. So aerospace physiology, computational mathematics, computer science, human factors psychology, wildlife sciences, and then we do have the master's and the PhD as well. So human factors is mostly how humans react with machines, humans react in environments, the way that humans react really with anything. So we have ergonomic keyboards, so that help your wrists when you're typing, ergonomic mice, I guess you could say, for your computer. They deal with, it's really cool because they have like a gaming lab as well. So it depends on how long you're playing a game in terms of like a PlayStation or maybe an Xbox. They have those set up to determine how long it takes for your hands to cramp up and what's the best way for you to hold a remote in order to play. So the human factors program is really cool. All right, in terms of our labs and facilities, we have many, many labs and facilities on Embry-Riddle's campus. So state of the art, a lot of, like I said, research driven. So a lot of it's going to be practical, and it's not always going to be you just sitting inside of a classroom. You're actually going to be using our labs. So some of our labs include advanced flight simulators, air traffic control labs, astrophysics and control labs. We have an industry hygiene lab, biology and organic chemist lab, aircraft accident forensics lab, which is pretty cool. We actually have, that's outside in a lot next to our campus, which actually has these parts of airplanes and aircrafts that have actually been in accidents. And so you can go in there and kind of forensically go through them to see, to determine, what caused the accident and how you're able to create something that, may not happen in the future. In terms of campus life and student activities, there's many, many things that you can do on our campuses. So in terms of both of our residential campuses, we do have athletics, so intercollegiate sports. So we're NCAA Division II ranked in Daytona Beach. So that's the National Collegiate Athletic Association. So for men, we have baseball, basketball, cross country, cheerleading, golf, soccer, tennis, and track. For women, we have a lot of the same thing, including volleyball. In terms of Prescott, they're part of the NAIA, so they have a little bit, they don't have as many options, but they do still are highly ranked in their respective fields. Okay. Other things that we have over 190 different clubs and organizations. So on the Daytona Beach campus, we have campus services such as the Residence Hall Association, we have cultural services, we have the Greek life, so honorary services, military, so if you're interested in going into the military. We do have professional, as you can see, the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, Women in Aviation International. We have recreational, religious, special interest. So what's really cool about all of our programs and clubs is that if you don't find one on campus that interests you, you have the power to actually create your own. So you can get some students together. All you need, I believe, are 2 students, and then you guys can create your own club. So in Prescott, Arizona, they have many of the same clubs that we do as well. They have a lot of helicopters clubs, skydiving clubs, which we have as well. But in Prescott, they have airplanes, but they have helicopter as well. We don't do that at the Daytona Beach campus. So they do offer a couple of different clubs than we do. But still, there's plenty of clubs and organizations to keep you busy during your time at Embry-Riddle. So in terms of tuition, this is the U.S. residential campuses. So both Prescott and Daytona Beach is around $51,000 US per year if you're a non-flight student. So that includes the tuition and fees, room and board, which is on-campus housing, and a meal plan, and then your estimated books. So if you're interested in a graduate, that's around $33,000 for tuition and fees, room and board, and books as well. The online campus is significantly more affordable because you don't have to leave the comfort of your own home. You just need to make sure that you have a really good Wi-Fi connection and probably a good computer. So tuition is around $10,296, And then books and supplies, around 1,160. So total, 11,456 for the undergraduate, and then graduate's a little bit cheaper. Classes are a little bit harder, and you're not taking as many classes at the same time. So around 9,728 US dollars. And in terms of Asia, if you wanted to go to Singapore, undergraduate is around $25,000 per year. It's an off-campus accommodation, so they do have residences that are close to the campus that you're able to go and stay in. Same thing for graduate. It's around $37,500. So it's a little bit more because it's only a one-year degree program. All right, going over scholarships. So in terms of scholarships that we offer at Embry-Riddle, at the residential campuses, we offer merit-based scholarships. So they're based on the SAT or ACT and your high school GPA. If you're coming as a transfer student from a university or a college anywhere in the world, then we would base a merit scholarship on your transfer GPA. They're very competitive, so you would need to make sure that you have a really high transfer GPA in order to be eligible for any of those scholarships. In terms of they do have some external scholarships available that you can research and apply for. They're all a little bit different. Some of them are not even affiliated with Embry-Riddle, so you'll just have to kind of research on your own. We do not do need-based scholarships, unfortunately, but we do offer one other scholarship, and that's called the Women of Excellence Award. So if you're a female and you want to study STEM programs with Embry-Riddle, we will give you an automatic $5,000 US dollars per academic year just for being a woman. So, which is really cool. We take pride in women and females coming to our university to study, and that's available at the Daytona Beach campus only. All right, so in terms of undergraduate admissions requirements, so you have to submit the online application. We do have a $50 application fee, but a little secret that I'll give to you is in a couple of slides, I'm actually going to give you a waiver code so that you are able to submit your application for free. So we do require the official high school and or official transcripts from all post-secondary accredited degree granting institutions. So we need your high school transcripts if you've only had high school. If you've completed any college or university coursework outside of the US, you're going to need to submit those transcripts for what's called the foreign credential evaluation. So it's a third-party company, and we have a list of foreign credential evaluators that we have approved for using. So you'll just submit your transcripts to them. They'll evaluate them based on the United States grading scale, and they'll submit it directly to us. In terms of TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, or Cambridge English language assessments, that's for language proficiency. We do offer all of those as proving language proficiency. You can also take all these online right now as well, and we do accept all the online of each one of these tests. SAT or ACT score is optional, so it's only for high school students if they have not completed any university or college courses. And it's only for the merit-based scholarship, and they're partial merit-based scholarships. These are optional but recommended in terms of the essay, recommendation letters, and resume. It's always great to have these on file. So if you have them available, definitely submit them, but we do not require them. Affidavit of financial support, and then the passport and F1 visa. That's only going to be for your F1 visa, or if you're coming to one of the locations in the United States that requires a student visa. And if you're coming for a graduate program, so pretty much the same thing. So you would need to submit your official university or college transcripts for the foreign credential evaluation if you completed it outside of the United States. And then same thing with TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, or Cambridge. GRE or GMAT scores are not always required by the programs. If there's a specific program that you're interested in, we can let you know if you are required to submit one of those scores. So, and they are required actually for scholarship consideration, but for some of the programs, not for admission. And then same thing, affidavit of financial support and passport and F1 visa, only if you are going to be attending one of the residential campus locations for the visa appointments. All right, just letting you know that 96% is a really big number, right? So more than 96% of surveyed Embry-Riddle graduates are employed in their field of study, or they're continuing their education within 1 year of graduation. So what does that mean for you? That means that it's a very high return on investment for your education at Embry-Riddle. There's more than 130 students that have graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, any one of our campuses. So they're out there, they're in our industry, and they definitely come back and they give back to the Embry-Riddle community. So, excuse me. So you always have an ally and somebody in the industry or field of which you're studying in. So you always have somebody that you're able to reach out to and lean on, be mentored by, and maybe even work for. So. All right, and then in conclusion, you know where you're going and we'll help you get there. So do you want to fly an aircraft? Do you want to design an engine, lead an industry, predict the weather, or explore outer space? That's definitely something that Embry-Riddle can help you out with. And this is the application fee waiver code. It's GO, so GO, ERAU 20 for 2020. So GO, ERAU 20. When you submit your application, it's going to ask for an application fee waiver code. This is what you'll put in as well. So GO, ERAU 20. All right. And that's all that I have for you guys. So please feel free to contact me at the Daytona Beach campus here anytime. And then same thing with the Prescott, online, or Asia. So depending on where you're interested in, or if you don't know where to start, just choose one of us, and any one of us will be able to help you out. So, all right. So I think that we have some time for some Q&As.
We have a lot of time for Q&A.
Yep. So if anybody has a question, please let us know. I don't think I see any. Yep.
Yeah, at the moment there is no questions, but I'm sure they are a little shy. So let's give them a little time, and they will ask their questions.
Of course. I guess I can give a really quick update on what we're doing in terms of the coronavirus in our university. So we do have this really cool website that we have launched with all of our coronavirus updates. So it's going to let you know. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so we do have a really cool coronavirus website. It has a lot of useful links, important information. You can view this on our website, erau.edu/coronavirus. And it has to do with pretty much anything that Embry-Riddle is doing. We're making sure that we're safe for our students, for our staff, for our faculty. Safety is the #1 priority, especially for us. Pretty much anywhere in the world as well, but Embry-Riddle is implementing a lot of things to make sure that we are safe. So we are going to be having on-ground classes beginning summer B, so that's June 30th is when it begins. So June 30th is when our summer B starts, and then we do have the fall as well that starts in August. So there'll be on-ground classes. We have social distancing guidelines in place. Everybody's going to have to wear a face mask. We're doing temperature checks. Lots of hand sanitizer, lots of hand washing stations. So we're going to make sure that all of our students feel safe and comfortable, especially in the residence halls as well. And so, yeah, that's just a little update on the coronavirus. So I do see a question. Okay. Thank you for your info. Oh, it's over here. How about OPT and STEM options after college? Okay, perfect. So in terms of STEM, you are eligible for, so many of our programs are categorized as STEM. So I don't think that there's too many that are not. So you're eligible for up to 3 years to stay in the United States and work for a company in the US based on your degree program. So on your student visa, you'd be able to stay up to the 3 years. So you're eligible for the automatic 12 months, and then you would have to reapply for the additional 24 months. So if you're not eligible for the actual STEM, you still are eligible to stay in the US for the 12 months. So that's for anybody across the board to work on your student visa. So, and yep. And then, yep, I'll put my contact details here. And then, let me take this off of here. All right. There you go. Okay, thank you, Mustafa. I do have virtual office hours as well that are available to be able to book with me, so I can pull those up as well. And if you send me an email, I'll be able to send you the link too. So a good time to apply, great question, is up to a year before you want to begin. So I would say at least 9 months before you want to begin the degree program, depending on what program you're interested in. So our aeronautical science program, or our flight program, is at capacity for the Daytona Beach campus until fall of 2021. So it's our most popular program. So there's limited airspace, limited aircraft that we have at the Daytona Beach campus. So that particular program you would not be able to apply for until fall of 2021. But our Prescott campus is accepting applications right now. All right. All right, great question as well. Do students need to write a motivation essay to apply? So essays are, they're recommended, they're not required. So it is great to see the motivation and to see the different ways that students are thinking and why you want to study, and especially why you would want to study a specific program with Embry-Riddle, because we are so specific on what we teach. And that would be great to hear some of the feedback and kind of some of what you're thinking and what your goals are. So I think that would definitely help your application. It wouldn't hurt it. So although it's recommended, it's not required, but definitely feel free to submit any essays or any recommendation letters as well. Can I apply as any major as an international student? Yes, so you can apply to any major as an international student. The only program that's not available is the Unmanned Aircraft System Science in the Daytona Beach campus as a bachelor degree program. So that particular program has standards that have military grade curriculum in them. So you would have to be a U.S. citizen in order to apply for that particular program. Any other program that we offer is open to international students. Yep. Air traffic controller, yeah, Mustafa. So we do have the air traffic controller program in the undergraduate level. Not entirely sure what we have moving on to the graduate level. We don't have a master's degree in air traffic air traffic control, but we do have air traffic management, so that could be a possibility for you as well. In terms of specific GPA requirements for bachelor and master's degrees, so we would prefer at least a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, which is like a B average, like an 80 out of 100. If you take the IB program, then it would be like a 5 out of 7 for a total of like 30 out of 42 points is kind of what we would be looking for. So in terms of the undergraduate, many of our graduate programs require a little bit more than that in terms of their if they're like a technical program, so like an engineering program, they might demand like a 3.5 GPA in your undergraduate, but you would just have to reach out specifically to or for that specific program to learn what their minimum requirements are. And just because you may be a little bit below what our requirements are, that's when we would request those supplemental things like the recommendation letters and the personal essay, resumes, those types of things too. Can students from a similar degree transfer in their second and third year? Great question. Yes, so they definitely can transfer between universities. So if you start at a university and you want to transfer into Embry-Riddle, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same degree program either. So usually the first year in any university is going to be kind of like a baseline year. It's like a foundation year, you could say. So a lot of those courses could potentially transfer in and be part of your new degree program that you choose here at Embry-Riddle. One really cool thing is that you can change your major as well. It just kind of depends on if, all of those, whatever additional courses you'll need if you do change your major while you're studying. But yeah, we do welcome transfer students as well. We can't guarantee, again, that all of the credits that you've already completed will transfer, but we'll transfer in as many as we can to have you complete your program in a short amount of time. So in terms of the chances of students to work for NASA after their graduation or get an internship when they study. So a lot of our students do go to NASA and have internships. So it just kind of depends on the security clearance that you need or the security clearance that you have. And you can work with NASA, you can work with the US government, because we do have a lot of international students. They go to places like Delta, Boeing, Siemens, NASA, SpaceX. So they go and work with these companies in the industry. So it just kind of depends on what security clearance you're going to need for what they need you for. But we do a lot of different internships with a lot of different companies. We have a career expo twice a year. So in the fall and in the spring, we have over 100 different companies and organizations from the industries come to Embry-Riddle specifically for our students. So they don't come to just anybody. They're looking specifically for Embry-Riddle students because they know the academic rigors of our programs, and they know that they get quality candidates from Embry-Riddle. So. All right, so I see, is there accommodation option in campus? So yes, there is an accommodation option. Do I click this? All right, so there is accommodation on campus. So we offer, I think that we have 7 different halls on campus, or residence halls. So we do also offer one option that's off campus too. So as a first-time incoming international student, you are required, and domestic student as well, you're required to live on campus for the first 2 years. So that'll ensure academic success. You're going to meet a lot of people. You'll be studying a lot. You'll be able to, be in groups and, just be kind of indulged in the campus life. So, and that will make you more successful. So our recent study showed that 60%, you're 60% more successful if you live on campus and if you, are involved on campus than say that you live off campus. So. All right. Let's see what else do we have for you guys. These are great questions. Yep. So you are able to start with online for a year, then head to the Daytona campus F1 student, of course. So we do offer that option as well. So you can be you can begin online through Worldwide, and then what it would be called is an intra-university transfer. So depending on the program that you want to transfer into, your Worldwide academic advisor would work with you and make sure that all the credits that you complete with Worldwide would transfer onto the Daytona Beach or Prescott, Arizona campus for you to be able to continue on with your studies and not have to do additional work. So do we help students with the visa process if their English levels are not good? So we don't necessarily help with the visa process. The documents that we offer to you are going to be your I-20, which is a document from the US government that shows your degree program. It shows the length of the program, and it shows the location of the program as well. So then you'll also have your proof of funds. So you'll prove funding for at least 1 year of study. And you'll have your acceptance letter that shows, yes, Embry-Riddle wants you to come to the United States. We've accepted you into our program, and we want you to be successful in your visa interview to be able to come. So, those 3 things are the main things that you're going to need. Every situation is different. Every embassy is different. Every officer that works for the embassies are different. So we would say, just kind of research. We do offer some links that you can look at online. But we don't necessarily provide specific assistance through the visa process. Do we offer certificate programs? So we do offer certificate programs as well. Some of our programs include like air traffic dispatcher. It includes aviation law, so those types of things. So they're all a little bit different. They're through our professional programs. And some of them are done completely online. Some of them you have to come to the United States for. A lot of them can be done on the visitor visa, so a B visa. So that means that, the very short-term programs, probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe maximum. But we do offer those, and then you'll get a certificate at the end of that as well. So. All right. Of course. All right. Any other questions? You guys are doing great. I love the questions. Go back up. All right. You're very welcome. Thank you. So, should students apply through an agency or apply directly? Thank you, Selson. So you can do what you want. I'm an admissions officer for Embry-Riddle Daytona Beach campus, and we do have the same at each one of our campuses. So you don't necessarily have to apply through an agency or an agent. If you feel more comfortable with using an agent, that's perfectly fine, but we are here to help you and assist you through the entire admission process, from the time that you submit your application directly on our website, through submitting your documents. You can send us an email anytime. That's what we're here for. Virtual office hours, we're here for phone calls as well. And then we'll just help you through the entire thing. And then, at the end, we'll give you your acceptance letter and everything for your student visa. So yeah, it's just completely up to you. So if you think that an agent will help you more, then by all means, definitely do it. But if not, like I said, it would be cheaper for you to just use us because, we're already getting paid and we work for the university for that. So. All right. Any other questions?
Well, seems like you answered all of the questions.
Perfect.
All right, then do you have anything else that you want to add?
I don't think so. Just, thank you all so much for coming and for learning a lot about Embry-Riddle. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. And please, submit your application using the waiver code. Give it to your friends, your family. So, yeah, it was great meeting all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your participation, Bobby. We will see you in Turkey, hopefully very soon.
Hopefully very soon. Everybody stay safe.
You too. Take care.
All right, thank you so much.